and to take a look at what's happening across the country, because we know that the Eastern Cape, of course, will be out in full force. It's only workers in the Western Cape who will not join their counterparts in these marches today. However, the march in the Western Cape will continue on Tuesday ahead of Budget Day. In the Eastern Cape, marches will be held in Port Elizabeth, King Williamstown, Komani and Mthatha. And for more on this, on what's expected to happen in Port Elizabeth, we cross now to our reporter Jayed-Leigh Paulse. Jayed-Leigh, good morning, and if you can just give us a sense of where you're at and what is currently happening with regard to today's strike action.
Well, a very good morning to you, Sakina, from Nelson Mandela Bay in the Eastern Cape. Well, we're expecting a lot of members of Cosatu to take to the streets. It's less than an hour before that protest march kicks off across the country. We know that it is 11 protests. But Sakina, I'm coming to you from Struendale. This is the industrial hub here in Nelson Mandela Bay, but also where the motoring industry is. You would know that the Eastern Cape is the economic hub of the motoring industry. We have Ford, we have Isuzu, we have VW here in Nelson Mandela Bay, and we also have Merck in East London. So I'm coming to you from one of the streets here where Ford and Isuzu is based. And I've spoken to some of the media liaisons, asking them, do they expect their workers to down tools today? And we saw them coming out saying that no, they expect 100% production today. They don't expect any of their workers to stay away or to join that protest march. As you would know, some of the workers are NUMSA affiliated. We also spoke to VW. They're also not going to partake in the march. But it's also interesting to see, Sakina, that Cosatu is also joining on the protest. And we've seen some of the school children here in Nelson Mandela Bay going to school. It remains to be seen whether the teachers will actually be going to school. But we'll be taking a drive in the northern areas also, and several other places in Nelson Mandela Bay, such as the townships, just trying to see if teachers are going to school and if there will be production, at the schools in the various provinces. But like you said, we've got several of our reporters in King Williamstown. I know Busisiwe Jimsana Mantashe will be covering that leg for us. So it's going to be very interesting to see if people rally together here in the Eastern Cape, and we know that there will probably be a large number of people here in Nelson Mandela Bay. I know that they're going to be starting at Njoli Square, and then they will be moving down to town. And as previous years, we've seen it starting out as small numbers, Sakina, but relatively throughout the day, it really picks up within their numbers. So we are expecting quite a large number of people to be hitting the streets. It's also going to be quite difficult navigating through traffic because of the Eskom situation, and there has been several lights out in the bay, so it's going to be a bit chaotic, with regards to trying to keep the groups together. So I expect the police will also be out in full force, ensuring the safety of commuters, but also ensuring the safety of those protesters as they march throughout the metro. Sakina.
Well, thank you so much, Jayed-Leigh Paulse there in Nelson Mandela Bay. And as she said, less than an hour to when the protest action starts there. Well, moving on to Mpumalanga, where more than 20 people remain trapped underground at the